Roll again, Papa. What the fuck? No. We do not roll again. 3 minutes and go, he says. Yeah, cool. Large is a smaller format, obviously. Large is small, got it. I mean, it might not be obvious, but the regular Jebus podcast is extra large, and large version is the smaller version. What chocolate mean? Chocolate is a super rich version with more gold mines, more tier 6 and more tier 7 dwellings. Okay. So I'll be right back to you. One moment. Why isn't it called small then? Because the format is large. Like, the map is literally large, as an L. Meanwhile, the regular is extra large. Anyway, yeah. Nah, they are normal towns. Okay. So, we're going into game 2 right now. Rampart versus Tower. We have a Tower again. Tower is actually very widely represented in this tournament so far. And, yeah, Rampart is still considered the weakest faction in this kind of setting. It has the same chance of getting out them as Lexi has of successfully bombing? I see they tagged Enable Underground. Is there Underground in Jebus podcast? Yes, there is. The Underground is mostly used only for the sake of enabling the second dimension door. And it's not actually relevant for any gameplay. Because based on tournament settings, only maps with extra large plus underground are allowed dimension door. Anything extra large or smaller does not allow for the second dimension door to be played with tournament settings. But yes, in large version there's gonna be 1DD anyway, with or without underground, so it doesn't really do much. I mean, it's not on the way either, so whatever. They're not bad, but then again, Milltown's better. Yeah. So there we go. RitoSux ends up getting paid 2900 gold in order to play his Red Rampart with Genova against Tim0n's Blue Tower with Rissa. There we go. They'll finally give us the next slide. Let's see, let me update the title to you. What's this template? This is the large template. So the map is quite a bit smaller than it regularly would be. Have a reset? Yep, I think. Okay, yeah. Rito may as well have a reset by now. Whoop. Ooh, scouting level 2. Does he pick it? Wow, he was thinking about it, but ended up skipping it. Okay. I mean, if you really want to... Oh my god. No slides on Rito's side. Okay. Show us some Rampage Supremacy once more. Maybe when we get the next slide. One-on-one on the side of Rito. If I had this kind of map, as I see right here, yeah, I'd probably one-on-one as well. Oh, Lookout Tower! They won! Wow! Wow, look at that strategy, though. He's able to plan out everything way better. See what he has. He currently has a very troublesome roadblock on the south side of the map, and he has no bosses to go for early anyway. So after building this, he just goes 1-on-1, which is very fair. Oh my god, look at that. Now most usually, Nog is the preferred battle stack for tower, but when you see a situation like this, then you might be thinking, hey, maybe giants are not that bad. You know? Yeah, no? Oh yeah, we can actually see Rito's perspective. He has Warrior Team available immediately, which will be really interesting. Hideous Mask, pretty solid Darty, but now he has to be careful for a single fight. I would have brushed off the battle morale into the nymphs over there or something. Currently no wood on the side of the Rampy. That's pretty bad. Currently Tim0n is taking some fights on the road. Not bad whatsoever. Experiment. Who's red? Red is Rito. As seen, next to the name, next to the logo. Is it large? It looks extra large plus underground. It is large. Diablo. You see, he only scouted out like a very small portion of the map right now, but in the map it appears like it's a pretty big chunk. Nearest to Papuasias and... Takes the site down. Oh my god, look at those logs on the side of Rissa. What a wonderful hero. For some reason, he always gets logs, like every single time on the Rissa. Might be, yeah, actually kind of broken. Then this is gonna be a very solid center box, it seems. The center box will lead into him being able to do most of the objects as well, such as the unicorn clays that he has to farm as well. Pretty good tempo on the side of Rito, but the hero of Tim0n is gonna be definitely a struggle to keep up with, I would say. Sabotage 2 gamers and claim the victory. Uh-huh. That game though, lol. We should play as would you give the most hype, every single player that actually made it through the qualifiers is like a hard-boiled veteran. The qualifiers are really, really rough in the sense that they were really hard to qualify from. So every single one of these players is amazing and would give a solid performance in the finals. I have faith in Tower. But I have faith in Rampart too. Oh, logs there. Nice. So both are logs gamers. Yeah, both gamers are logs gamers. I didn't participate in the qualifier, so I don't. I mean, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Logger gamers. Yeah, boy. And then, yeah, Rissa showing her power with the magic arrow spam for the sake of taking the early dwellings. Now, preferably would like to get a small box and then get a bunch of groundless and then do the dwellings in that kind of way, but Rissa has the option of doing it like this as well, which is amazing, and one of the reasons why she is the preferred choice in this type of setting. But how much did Tim0n pay for tower? About 4,000 gold. This is after the color tier. I think it's like 4k. 3.8k, I believe, for the faction, and then 900 gold back for the color, something like that. So the first dwelling is farmed for Tim0n, and the first dwelling is also farmed for Rito. Unicorn Glade flagged, a Naga dwelling flagged. Not bad. Both the players are playing very solid so far, and having decent outcomes. So far I would say the traits is a little bit better, because his skill tree is a little bit less cluttered with bad things, such as mysticism, and also he has... Ye big air magics! It's large! It's large! Rito! Rito! Ah! No! No! Now, he did say, hey, air is not that bad because air magic is, you know, good. I still wouldn't say that it warrants, like, a full skill slot, though. So, yeah, both of these players now kind of have dead weight in their skill tree. Now, not as, like, fully dead weight, but, yeah. For chain damage, most of the skills up for power. It doesn't really do much for chain either, I would say. Autopilot. I mean, you have to do a lot of things out of muscle memory in order to not try to run out of time horribly. But still. More like for viewer, but only for viewer. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Chain lightning bounces one extra time. Exactly what I always wanted. What did Tim0n do? He went back into main and recovered mana. He had mysticism, so it's not that that much of a powerful play. How good are elemental summons in Jebus Roulette? Really good. There's only water and fire elementals to be summoned. And just because of those existing, usually players prefer to have at least one of the two schools of magic, water or fire, for the sake of the final battle utility. Because you can actually beat the opponent down with elementals, and it counts as a win in this tournament right now. You can't double DD on large. Yeah, you're not able to do so, I see. So the main selling point of air magic is no longer a selling point in this kind of case. You learned this yesterday, now talking big. Talking big about what? About large air magics? Yeah, I never made this mistake, just so you know. Didn't they say they enabled Underground to enable the second dimension door? Yes, that is a thing for any variant but large. In large, the Underground does not really have any sort of purpose. It's just there because of the other templates format. What is better, in Expert Fly versus Advanced? In Expert Fly, I mean, of course Expert Spell is better than Advanced Spell, but what does that matter? I would say that something like Armor or even Intelligence, like almost anything is better than that. Why Rito care if there's only one DD? Maybe he actually does respect air magic to a level that he wouldn't pick it, but more likely I would say it's probably Autopilot. What about Expert Fly? Is it different than Advanced, is what he meant. Expert Fly removes all terrain penalty and doesn't give you any penalty for moving over terrain. Meanwhile, Advanced Fly ends up penalizing you some for these actions anyway. Skipping one. Tim0n now gets a bunch of wood of his own. Meanwhile, Rito didn't go down to the sawmill, and now he's actually struggling with wood quite a bit. But then again, you don't really need it in order to build the unicorns on week 1, at least anymore. Oh, Rito's playing... Okay, Rito. Okay. Nice meme. What he did, he's playing without showing his point of view. Like, he's currently fighting. You see by the cursor. F4 gaming. Well, yeah. He loaded up his PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, but he's still loading the next frame. Oh my god, he's still doing it. Oh no. Tim0n paving the way towards the side biome ends up finding a secondary Naga dwelling too. So yeah, he's actually pretty strong week 1. Expert logs, amazing. And yeah, then he's still able to reach the Naga dwelling pretty easily. Solid, very solid gameplay. Rito hiding strats for the next tournament. He's using second hero. Rito, please! Oh no! This fight is actually not that easy. Well, I guess Magic Arrow Spam will get him there. But not as simple. 2 Cloud Temples and 3 Naga Dwellings. He currently flied 2 Naga Dwellings and 1 Cloud Temple on week 1. Which is still pretty solid, but yeah, it's actually really solid. Both in terms of building the army for later, and in terms of right now as well, it is very strong. Some power, Magicless Rissa, Papega. Only one Gremlin lost for the sake of such a fight, ends up not building anything, so you can then use the gold to build something else in the external towns. Oh, okay, we see Rito's perspective. He ended up going towards the side town. Oh, he suddenly has 160 dwarves. Rito printed dwarves while we were looking away. Okay. Scouting a large, by the way, Papega. I'm pretty sure he was forced into it, if he picked it, honestly. Wait, no, he wasn't forced into it. He picked it. Yeah, because he has a skill before that is still not expert. Control V. Yeah. Now that's a lot of dwarves. Currently Tim0n is going to the other side of the biome for now. He joined the maxi. 172 dwarves to counter Magic Arrow. Hell yeah. It really sucks he must start here for that. Yeah, Hellline. Dwarf Dune stack. I mean, yeah. This is not close. This is not far away from him being able to do a Utopia. He gets the offense up to expert, and then he upgrades the doors as well. And with that, yeah, Utopia is almost doable. Probably a small one, but still. Could be good. Makes himself faster. No, actually, he moves away this week. And I guess he's going towards the bottom side of the map. I wonder if he's going to be looking to break with this exit of the... No, probably not. I cannot imagine that being the case. Tim0n currently just farming resources. Wow, he's actually going like this far away for the sake of it. He probably has something else here, but I can't really see it. Okay. Rito's just taking small steps to win the map. So... The Hyperbox looks pretty amazing too right now. But then again, he might be wanting to go for big objects by this map point in the game. This is certainly more dwarves, by the way. Wow, we're gonna have over 200 dwarves though. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna be tough fodder, unfortunately, but still pretty good. Oh no, I actually sent us. I overvalued the hoppies, I guess. Yeah, I overvalued the hoppies. Sees the Dragon Break. Dwarves are a pretty good matchup for dragons at least, if not anything else. Also sees 2 Unicorn Dwellings, which he's probably going to be looking to get, I would say. Also the new Dendrites. So far, the army of Tim0n is pretty much staying the same, doing a good job at guiding the treasury. Both the players still have some... Yeah, both the players resisted. Final battle spoilers, sorry. Yeah, the Redwood Observatory ended up helping out Rito quite a bit because he's now able to see the the Unicorn Dwellings that he has, and he's able to better commit onto it. I mean, 187 dwarves, damn. Final battle, Chat Titan versus... No, the dwarf is gonna win though, you see? That is the turnaround. With the Stone of Silver. Wait, I mean, the Monster Stone of Silver. Is Genova the most common pick? Yeah, Genova's the most common pick. Curie and Ivor are disabled. Some people also pick Ares, actually, I see. It's usually between Ares and Genova, but Genova ends up being the preferred choice for most situations. Is it winnable once the Titans run out of ammo? I mean, no. What is that situation? Wow. Like, Tim0n is going in a very weird direction. He's just going, like, super off-road. I mean, he might be able to find something decent, and possibly more dwellings too. But he should also take the dwellings that are next to his main on the road. I think he still hasn't gotten all of them. For GC or Jebus Outcast, it's not really either. It's whatever I feel like at the time. I thought he can pass through. I think he thought he can pass through. Yeah, he might have thought that he could go over into the Nag dwelling and then come back out like that. But now that he saw that it's completely blocked, yeah. Might have been a misunderstanding of the map layout. That would make a lot of sense here. He can't pass -3 days. He has logistics, so I don't think it's like -3 days, but yeah, possibly like -2. That's a really big shame for him. They still think Infinite is bad. Yeah. Playing Tower twice has completely destroyed his eyesight and sanity, I guess. He went to Sire. Shrooms, eh? Another unicorn dwelling for Rita. Ends up taking another. And the unicorn stack is gonna be like pretty huge here. So this time around, Rito's having a more standard game of Rampart, I would say, than his previous ones. You know, it's far more tame. Not bad. Tim0n flagged the Golem dwelling, actually, surprisingly. And it's not going back. I guess on this same week, he'll want to get the last Naga Pavilion, and then collect all the Nagas that he's able to, and head towards either the Dope or the Desert already, because there's not much else to do in the biome. At least I would say. 180 Dwarves. Standard game of Rampart equals... I mean, yes, you actually do. You very usually get very many Dwarves. Skipper! Thank you for your sub! Hell yeah! How kind. All Rampart needs to win is for the opponent to lose a few days. I mean, it was a shame for him to lose those few days, but not sure if that's gonna be like the critical thing in this match. Bruh. This is trees. What that is worth in 1v1 Jebus Outcast law? I mean, times were the power stack to win the last match, you know? They're usually not the preferred stack to go for, but there are situations where you would actually end up with a boss stack like that. And it did happen before. And it was actually strong when it happened. I mean, maybe because he had the air tome in the biome. Could have had something to do with it. Being strong, but still. For tournaments settings, I mean, Desert Fox, especially one GR3 if you want to see the current tournament. The Jebus Roulette. Also, hey. Last match? Yeah, this is currently the second match of the series so far. I missed game 1 then. Yes, you did. Okay, so it seems like both players are going to be starting their new week in the castle. Going to be picking up all the army that they can muster. And then, oh man, Tim0n one move away from the main, meaning that he doesn't get mana and he doesn't get himself fast. With mysticism, I feel like he'll be still max mana, but the moves is actually what matters here in this kind of situation. Then yeah, collects all the army and then goes for the Utopia. That's probably the idea. I wonder if it's only for... Yeah, that's probably the idea for both players, I guess. Will you play after... Will you play afters? If it takes like... If the series takes like less than 4 hours, then I will, Paul. If it takes 4 or more, then probably not. Wow! Trucky, bringing 5 gift stars to the channel. Thanks so much! Or to your parrot, Kuroi, Novak, this is Kibu, and Catracer. How kind! Thank you so much. Damn, that was some broken English. What the fuck? What was? Oh my, look at that Rito pass stack. 18 War Unicorns, going for the Utopia right now. And 20 Nagas for... 20 Nagas on the side of Tim0n, but honestly, it's quite a shame. Because Tim0n wasn't able to upgrade his Nagas, and the Naga upgrade is such a huge and influential thing to have that he just wasn't able to get. I see I had some Ds IRL for past few days. Deeds? What are deeds? I mean, I'm fine, Don. Oh, I forgot I'm still... War Unicorns. Yeah, War Unicorns are really tanky. And this is a tier 3 taupe that Rito is currently doing. Wow! Okay, okay, tier 3 taupe. By the way, I actually kind of wonder if that's a good decision to bless the dwarves there. The thing is that it made their retaliation far more powerful. So I thought that the dragons would actually not focus on dwarves anymore and would focus rather on the War Unicorns. But I was wrong. So yeah, decent outcome. He gets plenty of stats, but no control. But unfortunately there's no control, but the stats will definitely lead him to bleed less army and be able to take like other fights pretty effectively so. Meanwhile, Tim0n is only collecting resources and some boxes on the side of his biome instead of going for anything more influential. I think the biggest thing holding Tim0n back from being able to go into the desert and go into the tops is 1, his stats, and 2, no Naga upgrade. That's a huge deal that is, he's having like a pretty hard time covering, I would say. No control, yep, this is RitoSux. I mean, he only did a single taupe so far this game. You shouldn't, like, really expect him to have control immediately. That's getting a little bit greedy. Has Rito casted the Dimension Door yet? Yeah, he had the Dimension Doors from the desert last game. Wow, 220 Gremlins on the side of Tim0n, by the way. He has a really sick Master Golem pass tag by now going for him. But look at the kind of object he's going for. His tempo is, like, super weak. He's not going to be doing anything for a while still. Meanwhile, Rito's probably going to be like zooming across the map in comparison. You're Red White. Oh wait, Red White with a raid. Thank you. Appreciate it. Welcome people. Currently Rito is possibly about to be eliminated. Match point. Currently playing the large version of the template for Jebus Roulette. And Rito seems to be ahead. He just did a tier 3 taupe with his super dwarf power stack and also has a decent unicorn power stack as well. Meanwhile, Tim0n is busy farming a gold mine on the side of his biome. So, I mean, Tim0n's army is actually pretty comparable, but his hero is not comparable whatsoever. No stats on this guy whatsoever. So, Rito is currently ahead. Why no Battle Dwarves? I wonder why no Battle Dwarves. I guess he didn't have the wood to do so, or he had like a priority of something else to build, I guess. I would have liked to see Battle Dwarves here too, to be honest. It does seem like a reasonable choice, right? But the thing is, whoa. That Rito is one of the strongest players in this tournament. I mean, every single player in this tournament is like a very big time player that has been participating in the competitive scene for like years. Red, White, Fire the Sky, Helllight, all these players are like really insanely good. Tim0n won the last JR, of course. Rito, for sure, is a super strong player, but the competition here is like super fierce. Let's try secretly a fan of dwarves. I wouldn't say so. Are too arrogant to upgrade dwarves, they don't respect dwarves, while dwarves are their power stack. Yo, Intelka. Rito's the best when he has an air tone, which is never. I mean, yes, Rito's luck with control so far has been pretty abysmal, but nonetheless, he's able to do great things and play game to a really high level, even without any of these luxuries. I shielded Pegasi twice and then typed a Pegalol. Yeah. Who would win? A B-side drag? Jeez. Yeah, so Tim0n is currently bringing his army back, and now he has actually a really good power stack of Gremlins too, which doesn't really let him do anything new. This kind of pass stack will not really allow him... Well, possibly it is good enough to break, but not good enough to do Utopia, so... And if you're not really doing Utopias by that point, there's not a lot of reason to break in the first place. Imagine not having Insta Airbook after break. SMH. Yeah, what a novice. Will there be interview? No. Isn't Rito the guy who can't even do the card swipe? Yes, he is the guy who can't even do card swipe. That's him. Is he going for the box here? Okay, he's going for the box. This is guaranteed to be army, and it seems like Hector army as well. So, yeah, not a bad thing to go for. I actually didn't notice. Does he have any way to deal with the terrain penalty or not? I think not, so he's like suffering quite a bit in order to go here. Well, not suffering, but rather investing quite a bit of his moves. The Kingdom Armstrong from Tim0n side is showing that it's in his favor. So I wonder what he's going for now. Is he going to break or is he going to the Utopia? Yes, I realize. There's a fox. That is a thing. He sent hitmans and assassins after me. But even then, they will fail. Doesn't up dwarves. Is there ever a time where turtling in this game is effective or you have to expand constantly? When you're playing Castle and you have plenty of Utopias in your biome, then you can actually stay chill and still be good for late game, but in most situations, this is not the preferred strategy. And if you let the opponent have room to farm more than you do, then you will most likely be losing. This is not a... I mean, this is a rule with some exceptions, of course. Wait, Rito actually taking scouting? Yeah. Yeah. It seems that Rito has... Whoa, he actually moved while in... Whoa, what? It looked like it was laggy there for a moment. Felt like his turn was actually like, Okay, well, whatever. Rito able to use UD, take scouting. What? I know, right? Oh my god, look at that break. Oh no! Tim0n goes up to the break, sees Cyclops, and then moves back. No! Tim0n! Sag! Where did I download Jebus Roulette from? JR Tense is gonna give you the older versions of the template that we're currently play in this tournament. Cillium. Oh man, that's so heartbreaking for Tim0n. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, maybe I should just run it down anyway. Oh no. Without any bias stats, that fight would be pretty much death. You see what, like, not even like a low roll Horde. It's just a straight wrong with Cyclops. It could even be like 160 by week 3. Well, no, not 160, but like 140. It's possible. Which those stats are pretty good. What's your favorite Jebus Roulette template? I'm not really sure. Dungeon Man. Yeah, Dungeon Man is pretty favorable for Rito as well. Not bad, not bad. So, there we go. This is gonna be the last simultaneous turn that we play. That we have being played, I guess. Vortex is picked up, so the mana counts on the Rito is insane. It would be really good if you had like some control spells to use it with. But whatever. Will Rito make axe? Probably not. If he has a lead, and he's usually going to be pushing the lead to kill the opponent as soon as possible, rather than use it to farm. At least from what I've seen of Rito. Ooh, that library is pretty good. He sees earth control, but he doesn't see air control at all yet. That's pretty unfortunate for him. Once again, he is running into the same issue. But I feel like this issue is going to be less punishing in the large version of the template that you're currently playing. Much more... Yeah, it's going to be punished much less than it would be in the other variants. Have you ever found the Laser Dragon Dwelling on the adventure map? Is that like almost super rare? That is based on the templates that we play. On some templates, they're going to be like very common. On some templates, they're going to be rare. And on most templates, it's going to be just straight up impossible. Yeah. VR. I mean, VR is like not the worst, but still. These are going to be two really good boxes. These boxes are going to be having possibly like 6... I'm actually calling 6 Black Dragons from these 2 boxes combined. And that's very nice. Well, it might be like Dragons and Scorpicores as well. I mean Manticores, I think. No, Scorpicores. Yeah, Scorpicores. It can be black. Not only red. No, it's not only red, it's only black. Yeah, that's the case. Most of the units, I think everything but Castle gives you upgraded units in the desert. Only red? Is it like Castle? You can get upgraded. Wait, okay. Okay, I might have gotten a little bit confused. If plenty of guys are saying it, so I'm probably just wrong. So yeah, we're gonna see 10 red dragons here coming up. We saw doubles, yeah. I feel like there's like a few exceptions for factions. Yeah, it was normal doubles last game. Well, let's just see it live. Ah, doesn't take it. Well, sims are over, and he, as a replay, he gets to lock it in. Nice, cool. Yeah, 5 red dragons and 15 Scorpicores. Very solid army. He would have definitely wanted for these stacks to be in a single pile stack, as in either 30 Scorpicores or 10 red dragons. Getting them from different ones is a little bit of a shame, but not too much of it. Not too bad. By short slump it is. Well, yeah. Imagine red dragon instead of gold dragon. SMH. Yeah, rampy gameplay, lol. He's immediately pushing over to Tim0n side. He's gonna be seeing the break, that is the Cyclops. I mean, you see, the point of getting into next to his opponents is, I think... Yeah, I think it's to deny whatever he could be farming over at his side of the desert, right? Since... Yeah. He doesn't want the opponent to get, like, an air dump immediately on his side, and that's, like, pretty much it. Or, you know, sort of judgment on the road to you. Wait a moment. So, yeah. Over back to Tim0n. Wait, he's finding 20 golems. I think this is for... Isn't this the guard of the Utopia? Again, Blitzkrieg. Yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily Blitzkrieg in the sense that he really wants to fight the opponent, but rather he wants to get as much control over the map as possible. And yeah, he goes to the Utopia, and it's a small one. Very unfortunate. He might have wanted to put away the gremlins over into the town before going for this, because gremlins are a really valuable pile stack that he will no longer be able to preserve after going for this, I guess. Yeah. Well, maybe he would be able to preserve it. The Cyclops says... it's not a high tempo sword. I'll focus Giants, Pepe hands. Giants are not a pile stack for him, I think. He sees the gremlins and he sees the nuggets as a pile stack. The rest of it is gonna be meat. Now, some meat is more valuable than other meat. For example, the Master Genies, he would definitely like to keep. But it's not that essential. Don't bring me to buy him. Titan is soon. Well, it was in a little bit of an awkward location. Don't think it was that good. Ooh. Ends up getting like some height stats. Not that much, but by this point he ended up losing like quite a bit of army. And now he's gonna go for the break. Honestly, Tim0n's options are looking very weak, unfortunately. Garbage? No, definitely not garbage. Doesn't he just die to break? He possibly does. There's like almost no dope that would actually save him. A dope with good enough relics. Oh, look. Tomover at the opponent's side of the desert. It was like, aha! Yeah, who would have thought you were here? Is he actually gonna go for the opponent's break? That's so silly. Isn't it? No, I mean, he's fine, I guess. And then he's able to take the final fight better than the opponent anyway. It's interesting. Yeah, it's like full bit Blitzkrieg. Yeah. It's full on Blitzkrieg right here. Rito knows English. Aren't you starting to stream, so you just want the opponent's desert? Well, Yeah, and look at that. 137 death. Well, death for Tim0n, probably. I don't feel like Rito loses enough army here to actually not win the final battle. Half split on dwarves? What is that? Okay. That's what I mean. Okay. Well, at least it doesn't have to break anymore. Doesn't have a strong... Okay, Tim0n just calls it GG. Over! And we have Game 3 in the series. Hell yeah! What an exciting one. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? Rito ends up being able to run through the entirety of the desert, straight over to his opponent, and just smoke him down. Pretty cool. So, who will win? It is RitoSux for this one. Nice. Just, I mean, that's like some hyper aggression right there. I gotta say, I'm quite a fan of it, to be honest. So we have, wait, no. We should delete large from this, and yeah. Yep. So the last match is gonna be played on one of the more spicier variants of the Jebus Outcast. So the last template is going to be... Let's see. Okay. Bizarre Desert, it is. There we go. Never chocolate feels bad, man. Do I see most perspective, Vega? Okay, let me just Discord the template roll over to him. Tim0n at retail, last template, Bizarre Desert. What is Bizarre Desert about? Bizarre Desert is a regular Jebus Outcast, but with, with modified desert. So the desert is always going to be neutral faction, and also the value cap is going to be like way higher, meaning that you can have Acer Dragons and like lots of Fire Dragons, Crystal Dragons as guards way more often that you're maybe able to diplo or just fight. Then there's also bosses for Exotic Dragons too, so you're going to be seeing like some Crystal Dragons in action, maybe Acer Dragons in action, Fire Dragons in action, and stuff like that. So yes, that is the Bizarre Desert variation of Jebus Outcast. That's gonna be played right now. Every gift for retail is Bizarre Desert, no tomes. Yeah, I guess. So retail is having a 10-minute break, all fair. Is Diplo still nerfed to 50% on Bizarre? Yes, but Diplo is still like way better in Bizarre Desert, because you have guards such as Acer Dragons in Bizarre Desert, and if you're deploying one Acer Dragon, you get 25% of the Acer Dragon. However, you cannot get less than one, meaning that when you deploy one dragon, you get one dragon, 100% diplo value, and that is super good. So diplomacy can be used to a pretty good level in Bizarre Desert variation of Jebus Outcast, despite being the super nerfed version. Is it don't spawn by one del? Okay, well, even if you're spawning two, you're still getting 50% value for like a really good unit. So it's not bad. Strongest battle stack in the tournament yet? Probably the 85 Black Dragons, was it? Or was it 85 Archellos? I don't remember which one. Did you roll the roulette for the third game? Yes I did. We have a Bizarre Desert coming up in the third game. Amazing. So yeah, after the following match, one of these two players is going to be dropping out of the tournament, and I'm actually really excited to see which one. Oh man. Oh man. Which game was that? That was Tim0n versus Fire to Sky, game 2. It's on my YouTube if you want to check it out. It was cast not by me, but by Tim0n. So, I'll be right back. One moment. That's some very good kvass. Feels good, man. Will we get an interview with the winner-loser after this match? Maybe we'll sort it out for maybe like the semis or something. For now, no. Well, actually, they're dropping out of the tourney. Well, then again, calling them just to rub it in their face, like, hey, Rito, so now that you're out of the tournament, you little bitch, how does it feel, huh? Describe taste! Nah, that seems pretty rude.